Hi, I'm Heather. Welcome to class. Today we're going to do a practice specifically to tone the reproductive organs and to build strength. Before we begin, if you find this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. Let's come to standing and take your two bricks, put them on either sides of your mat. Let's start with them at the front of the mat, left and right sides of the mat, and we'll come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Create a firm feeling of steadiness through the action of the legs. So let's, for a moment, peel the toes up, dig the heels down, press the thighs back, and then as you press the toes down, press the buttocks forward. So you can lengthen the tailbone down and draw the lower abdominal muscles and organs up. For a moment, interlock the fingers and hold the lower abdomen, so you're between the pubis and the navel, and draw that region up. And as you lift pubis to navel up, front pelvic bones lift, press the shoulders back and down. Stay with this for a moment and ensure that the kneecaps are gripped, so there's tone through the quadriceps, the front thighs pressing to the back thighs, and still the buttocks pressing forward, so that helps you with the lift of these front pelvic bones. Then maintain that lift. Stretch down to the fingertips. We jump or step the arms and legs wide in preparation for Trikonasana, triangle pose. So if ankles, knees, hips, lower back are a problem, then you can step. But as you jump, see that you maintain the tone here through the pelvic abdominal region. So the pelvic floor maintains its lift, the pubis to navel maintains its lift. Inhale. Exhale. As I said, whether you jump or you step. Let's turn the feet to the right. Now I'm going to mirror you. So turn your feet to the right, right thigh turning out, preparing for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Firm the thighs by gripping the kneecaps, working the quadriceps, and maintain that pelvic abdominal lift. Inhale. Exhale. Tip over the right leg. Keep the buttocks pressing forward, particularly that right buttock. Can you press it forward and zip the navel up from the pubis, but also see if you can peel the navel up towards the ceiling. And you'll be able to do that more easily if you press the right buttock forward. Go on driving the back heel down so that left thigh presses back, the left shin presses back. You plug the heel into the floor and use that pressure through the left heel to help you stand up. Inhale. Turn your feet. Left side. Turn the left thigh out. Grip the kneecaps. Zip the navel up. Inhale. Exhale. Over the left leg. Top arm stretches straight up. And again, just be mindful that you're not sticking the buttocks back. Can you press this left buttock forward? And that will help you bring tone to the pelvic abdominal area. So again, we've got pubis to navel lifting up, and then can you rotate the navel up towards the ceiling? So when you push back through that right heel, perhaps you can use that to feel the right side of the pelvic bone peeling up away from the left groin. Steady in the breath. Then use the pressure in the back heel to help you stand up. Inhale. Turn your feet. We jump or step back. So we can bring the hands in front of the chest, bend the knees, inhale, exhale, spring the legs back, and we come back to Tadasana. Can you lift the toes, spread them apart, but watch then you're not sticking the buttocks back. Thighs press back, buttocks press forward, and work your tailbone down. Steady breathing. And let's move to Parsvakonasana, lateral angle pose. Inhale. Again, whether you jump or step. Exhale. Arms and legs wide. Now, as we turn our feet to the right, let's use this brick on the right side. So reach for your brick, put it inside the edge or in front of the inner right foot. And we'll be reaching our hand to the brick. Spread the little toe on the left foot. Feel the floor with the outer foot. Grip the floor there. Inhale. Bend the knee as you exhale. And then reach down, hand to the brick, and you may need to adjust your stance. So I want to creep that foot further out so that I can bend down, bring my sitting bone down the same level as the back of the knee, and align my knee, my right knee, vertically top the ankle. I use the arm to press the knee back, but then I'm working to squeeze the buttock forward, so I'm lengthening this groin. Top arm up. Turn the chest up. Perhaps you can look up. Take the arm over, so you're creating that lateral angle, and go on pressing the right buttock forward, but the left thigh back. Left thigh strongly presses back, gripping the floor with the outer left heel. Zip the navel up. Remember, we want that tone in the pelvic abdominal area, pubis to navel up. Then before we stand up, you'll need to put your brick forward, inhale, stand up, turn your feet. If the brick doesn't move, it's hard to turn the feet. So we turn our feet to the left, put the brick there inside that inner left foot. Spread the little toe on the right foot. Broaden that outer foot to the floor. Pressurize the heel to the floor. Inhale. Bend your knee as you exhale. Reach to your brick. And then again, you decide, is your stance wide enough that your knee can be vertically top the ankle and your sitting bone can come down to the same level as the back of the knee? So this outer right hip needs to suck in to help get that hip down. Press back the right thigh as you squeeze the left buttock forward. And you can use your arm to encourage the knee back. Let's have the top arm up. Look up, rotate the chest up. Then the arm goes over to the diagonal. And as you squeeze the left buttock forward, can you zip the navel up? Pubis to navel up. Tailbone needs to move in to help you reach that action. Then as we plan to come up, put your brick forward, inhale, stand up, turn your feet. Because we've got such a wide stance, it might be helpful to shimmy the feet in a little bit before we jump. Tadasana. We take a few steady breaths in Tadasana. Now, we're going to move our bricks to the back side of the mat, still on the left and right sides, in preparation for Ardha Chandrasana, the half moon pose. Again, jumping or stepping wide. Inhale. Exhale. Arms and legs wide. Remember, as we're jumping and as we land, we want to maintain the pelvic lift, pelvic floor, and the lower abdominal muscles and organs. Turn your feet to the right. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Inhale. Exhale to Trikonasana. Sit your left hand on the waist. Look at the right foot. Bend the right knee. We're going to hop the left foot in. So we shorten our stance. Reach your brick forward. Right hand on the brick. Then as you're ready, raise the left leg. Straighten the right leg. Push out through the inner left foot. And as you turn the chest, we want to turn the left side chest up towards the ceiling. Can you squeeze the right buttock forward, move the tailbone in, zip the navel up from pubis to navel, lift up, then revolve the navel up towards the ceiling. So you're bringing tone to the pelvic abdominal area. We get steady, not just physically, but steady with the breath. Then we come down, bend the knee, right knee bending, lower the left leg, find the floor. You can sit your left hand on the waist here, stride back, come back through Trikonasana, and then inhale, stand up. Turn your feet, left side. Inhale. Exhale to Trikonasana. Rest your right hand on your waist, look at your left foot, bend the knee. And you hop in, you shorten your stance, right foot hops in, reach your brick forward, left hand's on the brick. Then as you're ready, raise the right leg, straighten the left leg. Push out through the inner right foot, and then press the left hip forward, left buttock forward to help you access the pelvic abdominal tone. Pubis to navel lifts, rotate the navel up towards the ceiling, as if you're trying to move this right pelvic bone up away from the left groin. Top arm can go up. And again, you get steady. Steady physically, steady in the breath, steady with your point of attention and your mind. Then we come down. So we can bend that left leg. I momentarily lost my balance as I was coming down. Find the floor with the right leg and then long stride back. Come back through Trikonasana. Inhale, stand up. Turn your feet. We jump or step. Back to Tadasana. Bring the legs together. Again, lift up. Pelvic abdominal muscles and organs. Front pelvic bones lift as the tailbone moves down. Slow the breath down. Then relax for a moment. We take a different stance now. Instead of facing forward, we're going to be facing sideways. Now, let's take our 2 bricks, put them on one end of your mat, depending on your flexibility as to whether you have them blade shape, like I have, or whether you might need them a bit taller, you decide. But we're going to do Parsvottanasana, the side intense stretch pose, right foot forward. So let's step the right foot between the bricks, left leg back. And as you establish your steadiness here, roll that outer right hip back and bring the outer left hip forward. Hands on the waist, press the shoulder tips back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward. As you fold forward, keep drawing the outer right hip back, outer left hip forward. Spine parallel to the floor as you place your hands on your bricks. So if you do feel stiff and you're rounding your back a lot in an effort to get to the lower brick, turn your bricks up higher. Do your best to lengthen the chest forward, and as you roll the inner upper right thigh back, that will help you to move that outer left hip forward more. If you have the flexibility, we'll go a bit further. You can leave your bricks where they are, but bring the hands to the floor, whether you're on fingertips or you flatten the palms to the floor. Lengthen your body along the thigh and bring your forehead towards your shin. But see that the abdomen, the ribs, come onto the thigh before you try to get your forehead to your shin. Still, we're rolling the inner upper left thigh back. That will help you to move the outer right hip back. Pressurize the inner right foot down as you cut the outer right hip back. Breathe smoothly. Slowly then, as you raise the head, press your hands onto the bricks, lengthen your chest forward. Hands to the waist, inhale, stand up, step forward and we'll swap the legs. Left foot forward, right leg back, and then move the outer left hip back, outer right hip forward. Pressurize the inner left foot down, lift your chest up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your spine parallel to the floor as you then place the hands to the bricks. Go on working the outer left hip back while you're pressurizing the inner left foot down. To help bring that outer right hip forward, roll the inner upper right thigh back. Sternum forward first. Get the length on the front body before you intend to go deeper. Then keeping the legs straight. If you can go deeper, fingertips to the floor, perhaps the palms pressed to the floor as well, but can you get your abdomen and your ribs along the thigh as your forehead comes down? Watch your shoulders aren't pulling up into the neck. Draw your shoulder blades away from the neck. Maintain the grip of the kneecaps. Quadriceps are active. And as you plug that right heel, go on rolling inner upper right thigh back. And slowly raise the head up. Hands to your bricks. Lengthen the chest forward. Push into the back heel. Hands onto the waist. Inhale, stand up. And step forward out of the pose. We're going to use the same setup with the bricks. Similar idea coming forward and down for Parsvottanasana. However, we'll keep the spine parallel to the floor for Parivrtta Trikonasana, revolved triangle pose. Again, step your right foot between the bricks, stride the left leg back, move the outer right hip back, outer left hip forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Spine parallel to the floor. Keep moving that outer left hip forward, hands to the bricks. Make sure you're pressurizing the ball of the right big toe down as the outer right hip rolls back. Now, you may find it easier to twist if you keep your left hand on the brick on the left side. However, if you do that, just be mindful your hips don't swing out to the right when you try and twist. Outer right hip rolls back. If you want to move more into the classical presentation of the pose, you take your left hand across to the brick on the right side. Keep that outer right hip cutting back, sit the right hand on the sacrum and start to twist to the right. Turn the right chest away from the floor. Plug the back heel and move the outer left hip forward. Then top arm up. Reach up through the arm, but also through the chest, right side chest up towards the ceiling, revolving the upper abdomen from the navel. Turn the upper abdomen to the right. Then right hand can come back onto the waist. Inhale as you stand up and swap your legs. Left leg forward, right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, spine parallel to the floor. Bring your hands to your bricks. So again, you're in Parsvottanasana, side intense stretch pose. Press the mound of the big toe down, the knuckle of that left big toe. Press it down and keep the outer left hip drawing back. Then you choose, is the right hand going to be on the brick on the right side, or can you manage with it coming across to the brick on the left side? Right hand onto the sacrum. Lengthen the chest forward first, then start to pivot. As you turn, keep cutting outer left hip back, moving outer right hip forward, then place your hand on the sacrum. Still the breastbone lengthens forward, away from the navel. Turn the chest and also the upper abdomen from the navel above. Can you rotate upper abdomen and chest to the left as you take your arm up? Then hand to the waist, inhale, stand up and step forward out of the pose. Let's take our bricks, put them on the mat there, just at the front edge of the mat, and step the legs wide. Feet parallel, heels to the back edge of the mat for Prasarita Padottanasana, the spread foot intense stretch pose. Can you spread the little toes? So you want to try and broaden the balls of the feet. Draw your tailbone down as you lift the front pelvic bones up, pubis to navel up, and press your shoulder tips back. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Bring your spine parallel to the floor. So you lift the sitting bones, reach your hands to your bricks, and again, feel free to have the bricks taller if you need. And if you're supple, just take care that you're not overdoing by digging the lumbar in. Restrain yourself somewhat by drawing the navel back towards the back abdominal wall so that lumbar region stays long and broad. Keep the grip of the kneecaps and again spread the toes, broaden the balls of the feet. If you can go deeper, you can either walk your bricks back or walk your hands back between the feet, and as you intend to bring the palms to the floor, bring the heels of the hands in line with the heels of the feet, that back edge of your mat. Head can come down. So if the bricks are in the way, move them out of the way. Or you could use your bricks for the crown of the head to come down onto. So if reaching for the floor is difficult, use a brick, use 2 bricks. Find what's going to work. But some of you, it may be just a matter of taking the feet out a little bit wider in order to get the head to contact the floor. Crown of the head contacting whether it's the floor or a brick or a couple of bricks. Lift the shoulder blades up the back towards your hips.
And go on gripping the kneecaps, gripping the front thighs, quadriceps active. Then let's notice what's happening in that pelvic abdominal area. As you exhale, allow the navel and the abdominal contents to settle back towards the back abdominal wall. Slowly, you look forward, you walk the hands forward, whether you take your hands on your bricks or you're on your fingertips. Then hands to the waist. Inhale, stand up. You may need to walk the feet in a little bit and then step all the way back in. Tadasana. Working with the standing poses can demand a lot of energy, so it may be helpful for you to lie back, whether you're in Shavasana or whether you're lying back in simple crossed legs or Supta Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together. Just allow some time to settle and relax the body. If you're interested in doing more classes with me, I have full-length classes on my website in my video library, heatherkitchenyoga.com.au. There are over 365 classes there now, one for each day of the year, and you can start with a 7-day free trial. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me. For more in-depth teaching, check out the video library on my website, heatherkitchenyoga.com.au. The link is in the description box below.